Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is Straight Outta Boston here, aka the King of Boston. Today we're back with some more Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. And you can see on my screen, I did just enter Prestige 2. Now, right now, currently, I'm like at the end of Prestige 2, and I'm racing towards Prestige 3. But the point of me showing you this is that this was my first game after Prestiging, so the class I'm going to be using this game is the default custom #1 BAL class that they give you. I had no opportunity to switch any of the perks or anything, or the kill streaks, or the specialty stuff or whatever. This is just the default class. I was going through trying to figure out what to spend my prestige token on, and I think I spent it on fast hands or gung ho. I think so far I've spent both of my prestige tokens on those two perks because I do like them a lot, and you unlock them relatively late. But yeah, so this is with the default BAL class, and this was actually the first day after the patch that they came out with a couple, I don't know, probably a week ago now. This gameplay's about a week old or so. So this is the post-patch BAL, but I didn't even realize they patched the thing. I was just using it because, like I said, all I had to work with is the default classes, so I might as well give myself the best gun that there is available. And this is some uplink gameplay on the map Greenband. This is a map I really enjoy. It reminds me a lot of the map High Rise on Modern Warfare 2. But this is some uplink gameplay. I have played a lot of uplink lately. That's usually what I play with, or that's usually what I play when I'm in a party. We do like to run uplink because it's a pretty easy game to control as a team. I shouldn't say it's easy, because if you do go up against a tough team, the uplink games get really, really good. They're really serious, and it can be very competitive. But a lot of the time, a lot of the uplink players really aren't objective players, so they're pretty easy games to control from a sense of team score and stuff like that. And then, from there, it makes it a little bit easier to slay around. And that's really what I was doing this game. I was slaying for the most part. I wasn't playing too much of the objective. I don't think I get any uplinks or any ball. I don't even think I carry the ball once this game, although I guess we will see. But anyway, so I do want to talk about the patch a little bit. I do have a post-patch ASM1 free-for-all gameplay I want to put out soon. But the patch was, The biggest problem with this game, and actually I do grab the ball here, and I guess I was playing the objective more than I gave myself credit for, but the biggest problem with the game post-launch and pre-patch was gun balance, and the fact that the BAL was the gun, and pretty much you were going to be outclassed or outweaponed no matter what situation you were in if a guy was using a BAL. That's a big problem, because one thing I like about a game like Call of Duty is there's a lot of different weapons and setups and stuff you can try, and the variety makes it entertaining, for me at least. And because of that, playing this game for the first couple weeks post-launch was a little frustrating, because there was really only one gun that you could use and not be totally outclassed, and that was the BAL. But the post-patch did address that issue on a small scale, I would say, because I think the BAL is still the best gun in the game, and I think a lot of people share that opinion. I don't think that's a bad thing. One thing I was concerned with was that they were going to nerf the thing like crazy, and it was going to be completely useless post-patch, which would have been silly, because I just think that'd be unfortunate. I don't like when that happens, when something gets so out of hand that it's patched so hard that it sort of becomes useless, because then that's sort of, the point of a patch like that is you don't want to have guns like that. You don't want to have completely useless guns that no one uses and that are just outclassed by every other, every other submachine gun or assault rifle or whatever. But they also buffed the ASM1, they buffed the EM1 a little bit. I think they buffed a couple of the other submachine guns as well. I could be wrong, but anyway, here I'm using the Warbird, and you can see I was really struggling with it. I'm terrible with this thing. I don't use it very often. I think I use it in like one other gameplay that I have. It's another uplink gameplay, but other than that, I've really not been using this thing. It is not very good, and I might try out the Paladin, because the last time somebody used the Paladin in the game I was in, our team got destroyed by it, so might try that out. I have never used it before, but we will see. Anyway, so yeah, back to the patch. So I think the patch addressed some of the game's issues, and really the game's biggest issue, which was gun balance on a very small scale. And now I think there's still room for improvement. I think a lot of the submachine guns are still very underpowered, like the MP11, and some of the burst submachine guns, especially the 5-round burst one, and I think there might be a 3-round burst one as well. They're pretty useless, but I like what they did with the ASM one, because now it's really useful. It is definitely the best submachine gun in the game at this point, and I would still say, though, for the assault rifles, the BAL still much better than the HBR, much better than the AK-12. I mean, I don't know, we'll see. I don't know if they have any further plans in the future for addressing gun balance, but for now, it's improved, and that is very nice. I think the Amelie also got a buff, and I used that a couple games last night, actually, and I enjoyed some success with that. So we'll see where that goes. But anyway, here I am looking to try and use this remote turret. I've really never used this thing before. The turrets in this game are really good though, like especially if you get like a sentry turret and it's just going off on its own. It is pretty darn good, but you can see the manually piloted one is a little harder to use because you actually have to look for the guys yourself, and I was struggling with that, and I think I ended up either getting destroyed here, or I think the thing either ends up getting destroyed, or I end up just leaving it because it was pretty silly. But yeah, I think this ended up being my highest KD game so far in this Call of Duty, and you can see there on that kill. I mean, you can see the patch, in effect on that kill right there. You see, I really didn't burst fire, and the recoil was much increased from what it was. This is obviously without the grip because, like I said, did not have time to put attachments on it or anything, but okay. But yeah, as I was saying, this game turned out to be my highest KD game so far in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. It wasn't great from a kill total perspective, but I think I finished 21-2, if I remember correctly. So 11 and a half or 10.5 to 1, pretty darn good. And here I ended up, this was a nice little stretch we went on here. I've never been this far back in this map, but they were all spawning around here, and as you can see, I pick off a nice little triple right there, and this was really where I started going in. I got a couple of my streaks. I'm trying to call them the right ones, and then these guys still don't know I'm back here. These kids were not very good. I shouldn't say kids. It's a little demeaning, but yeah, these people were not very good at the game, and they could not sort of figure out how to make a push towards me back here, but I end up running around here, still see them spawning, and now they're spawning in different areas, but they were still coming back at that point. And at this point, I'm thinking, like, holy crap, I think I'm on this, like, ridiculous streak because I haven't died in a while, and I haven't died all around. And we were dominating 17-2 in the team score. At this point, I was just trying to find a spot to call in my warbird quickly because I knew the game was going to end soon. So I'm running all the way back here, and I just decided I'll plot down at this particular corner because I don't think anyone's going to be making their way over there, but we will find out anyway. But yeah, this gameplay is almost over. Got about another minute or so left. And yeah, let me know what you guys' thoughts were on the patch. I certainly don't think it made the game any worse. I think it, I just don't think it was huge or anything like that. But it did make it better, and I think it was a good thing overall. It was positive, I would say. But yeah, other than that, I still would like to see them address gun balance further. I mean, I think that's still a big discrepancy in the guns you should use and the guns you shouldn't use. And unfortunately, as what happens with every Call of Duty, there's still, 5 or 6 guns that you're never going to see used because they're completely useless. But anyway, this gameplay is over. We win 21-2, and I think that was also my KD in the game, which is a little surprising. Didn't see that coming. But there's Benny, Detroit Tigers, 2481. I think you can figure out what those numbers are if you follow sports. If not, then, well, Google it. But anyway, that's going to do it. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you did enjoy. And I'm out. Peace.